So he said to the person who showed everything in his mouth to his mother, what type of medicine I can bring, my lord? Please tell me, you should tell me, then I'll bring medicine. Narada Muni Krishna said, not very simple. If bring the dust from the feet of my devotees and put it on my head. When you're my devotee, right? Can you give me the dust from your feet and put it on my head? I told this story when I was in Hyderabad, actually. You know, I don't know how many of you remember. So, Narada Muni didn't give the dust. Why? Who will give the dust and go to the hell eternally? And will go to the hell eternally. Narada Muni said, my lord, all right, I can. No, I cannot give it, my lord. Difficult. Then Krishna said, ask everyone. Narada Muni went and asked everyone. All the queens of Dwaraka, he went to Mathura, but nobody was giving. But he came to Vrindavan. Then gopis, actually, what is that? Headed by Radharani, they were willing to give. They gave. Narada Muni became upset. You don't know the philosophy. You are thinking this is Krishna who used to steal yogurt, butter and milk in your homes. No, this is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. You know, Brahma, Shiva, everyone, they're all scared of him. I mean, they're all subservient to him. We cannot, you don't know, this is not a Krishna who is to steal. You will go to hell eternally. This Gopi said, no problem. Right now, hearing that he is going through headache, we are already suffering a lot. It's like a hellish condition. So please take this dust, put it on his head. All the gopis head where Radharani took the dust from their feet and put it on and gave it to Narada Muni. Wow. What is it going to hell eternally? I'm just trying to explain. Not that they went. Not that they went to hell eternally, but they were willing to go to hell eternally just to relieve Krishna's 15 minutes headache. What does it mean by eternally? You call Yamaraj, 15th century. Where are the gopis right now? Gopis are in Kumbhipaka. They are being fried every day like a pakoda. What is the mistake they did? They gave dust to Krishna 5,000 years ago. Past 3,500 years, they were in different parts of hellish regions only. Are they requesting you to send them off? No, they're not requesting. Then you call them, you call 2022. You call Yamaraj. Where are the gopis now? They're in another hell. Their body is shredded into pieces. Shredded into pieces. Ashipatravana. For the mistake they did. You call 3022, 1,000 years later. They're still in hell. They are still in hell suffering. So gopis wanted to go to hell eternally just to relieve Krishna's 15 minutes headache. Hare Krishna. And they were giving the dust. Because they wanted only Krishna's pleasure. We all want Krishna, we all want our pleasure. That's why we worship Krishna. No, we worship Krishna so that Krishna can help us, can give us a job, can take care of our children, can keep sukha sampatti garave. Krishna matetanka. He will mitigate all our miseries. But nobody cares about Krishna. But gopis, we all worship Krishna so that we don't need to see hell. But gopis want to go to hell eternally just to relieve Krishna's headache for 15 minutes. Haribol. Amazing, right? Narada Muni, first time in his life, he understood Bhakti means selfless. What is Bhakti? Selfless. Then he went back to Krishna, he took the dust. Krishna said, put it on my head. You put it. Krishna asked it, do you understand who is my topmost devotee? Narmani said yes. So Krishna came as Lord Chaitanya to understand that mood of Radharani. So Radha and Krishna, when they're united, it is Lord Chaitanya. When they're separate, it is Radha and Krishna. So Radharani, she is the origin of Shakti Tattva, Lakshmi Tattva, and and she is the pleasure potency of Krishna. How many of you understood? So bhakti is performed in 9 ways. This sloka was told by Prahlad in Bhagavatam 7th canto. Shravanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam pada sevanam archanam vandanam dakyam sakyam atma nivedanam. Itipum sarpita Vishnu bhaktische navalakshana. So bhakti is performed in 9 ways. Hear about Krishna, glorify Krishna, kirtana. Remember Krishna, Vishnu smaranam. Worship Krishna's lotus feet. Archanam, puja. Sorry, serving Krishna's lotus feet is pada sevanam. Archanam is deity worship. Vandanam means offering prayers. Dasya means servitorship. Sakya means friendship. Atmanivedanam means full surrender. There is one person. Today I am going to tell a nice story. There is one person for each process who has attained the perfection. Maharaj Parikshit was cursed to die in 7 days. That's how Srimad Bhagavatam came into existence. So Maharaj Parikshit heard about Krishna's glories continuously for 7 days. We are all doing it once a week, an hour. But Parikshit, he did not eat lunch, he did not eat food, and no water, no sleep. 7 days continuously listened Srimad Bhagavatam without any break, with full enthusiasm. Just by hearing, he attained the perfection. He went back to Godhead. That's why who is that person who has attained perfection by hearing? Parikshit. Who? Parikshit. So when asked by Parikshit, the son of Vyasadeva, Sukamaharshi, Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavatam continuously for 7 days. And by speaking about Krishna, he attained perfection. Who is the example for the Kirtanam? Sukadeva Goswami. Third one, Smaranam. Though he was exposed to so many troubles by his father, Hiranyakasipu, Prahlad always remembered Vishnu, always remembered Krishna. So he is known for remembering Krishna. He always remembered Krishna. Dhyanam. Pada Sevanam. Lakshmi ji, she always massages the feet of Vishnu without leaving it. She attained perfection. So for us, Pada Sevanam means visiting the holy places. Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, Srirangam, Tirupati. These are the holy places. Archanam, puja, deity worship. Maharaj Prithu, he attained perfection by performing puja to Krishna every day. Vandanam, offering prayers. Akrura, does anyone know who Akrura is? Does anyone know who Akrura is? Anyone heard the name Akrura?
Yeah, he's the uncle of Krishna.
Amazing. 3 times Haribol to Lakshmanan Prabhu. Haribol, Haribol. Uncle of Akrura. Yes, sir. Uncle of Krishna. So when he came to Vrindavan, first time he saw Krishna and Balram, he offered prayers to Krishna and he attained the perfection just by offering prayers. Hare Krishna. And Dasyam, by rendering service in a very menial way, Hanumanji attained perfection. Is the best servant is Hanumanji. Sakyam, by doing friendship with Krishna, Arjuna attained perfection. Arjun is an example for friendship. By surrendering everything, Bali Maharaj attained perfection. He gave everything to Vaman Dev and he attained perfection. This limb of bhakti. But there is one person who has attained perfection in all the 9 things. Who is that? Maharaj Ambarish. Amazing. 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Wow. Just 1 canto before. Very soon 10th canto will start. The love of God will flow. It will flood. Then 9th canto, Ambarish Maharaj story comes. Wow. So how purifying it is, Ambarish Maharaj stories. Maharaj Ambarish was an emperor. Saptadvipa Vadhipati. Maharaj Ambarish ruled the entire planet Earth. But great devotee of Krishna. Amazing devotee of Krishna. So he would, how to control the mind? Ambarish Maharaj tells, nice way. How to control the mind? Ambarish Maharaj tells. So he was emperor. He had so many servants, but still he was so devoted. Savaimana Krishna Padara Vindayo Vachansi Vaikunta Gunan Varnani Karau Harer Mandira Majanadisho Sritim Chakaratyad Satkatothaye. He always focused his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna Padara Vinda. And he used his mouth not to speak gossip, not to speak corona, not to speak Indian politics, not to speak world politics. This is called gossip. That will suck your spiritual energy. Not talk about that relative, this relative, that relative. In 15 years, everyone will go. Speak about Krishna. Speak about Vaikunta. Speak about Golakurundavan. So you would use his mouth, his silence, or you would speak out Krishna. Everyone is listening? Can you all hear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Clear.
So just speak about Krishna. Believe me, you will mind. So he had so many servants, still he would mop the floor of the temple. That is service. Emperor of the whole planet, finding happiness in mopping the floor. Happiness is not a product. Happiness is in service. Krishna's service. You'll be peaceful. So he would use his hands to mop the floor. He would use his ears to hear Krishna Katha. He would use his tongue to take Charanamrit. He would use his hands to embrace the devotees. He would use his legs to go to temple and worship, do arati to Krishna. Wow. That is how Ambarish Maharaj controlled his mind and senses. See what? He's a married man. He has a job. CEO of the whole world. But still, great devotee. Because he was emperor, was a devotee. Whole kingdom, everyone was devotee. Everyone is humble. Everyone is service oriented. That's how. Then when everyone becomes devotee, everyone becomes humble, everyone is service oriented, everyone is respectful. That home is Vaikuntha. Anyway, the story starts. One day, Durasmuni came. Durasmuni was actually expansion of Rudra, Lord Shiva. And Durasmuni had 60,000 disciples. What happened? For 1 year, Maharaj Ambarish did fasting on Ekadasi. One of the bhakti, one of the limbs of bhakti is Ekadasi Vrata. We all do that. I think tomorrow, day after tomorrow is Ekadasi. Ekadasi, some people fast from water, some people fast with water, or some people fast with eating fruits, some people fast eating, what is that? Sabudana. Sabudana means what? Anyway, you all know Sabudana, right? Tapioca. And because we don't eat grains and we don't eat dals and grains on Ekadasi day, many people fast, which is very good. It's proven very good for health anyway. So because Ekadasi is very dear to Krishna. So what is that? What is that? Ambarish Maharaj observed Ekadasi Vrata for 1 year. Fasted. Then the last Ekadasi, he went to Vrindavan, Madhuvan. There he fasted. For 3 days he fasted. Wow. And he gave so much, Brahman, he gave charity to Brahmins. He gave charity, he gave cows in charity, gold in charity. And finally, Ekadasi Vrata is over. Next day, Dwadasi came. And Dwadasi is the time you have to break the fast. That's also very important part of Vrata actually. So as he was about to break the fast, what happened? Durasmuni came. Durasmuni was a sage, a renunciator. And Ambarish Maharaj was a grihastha, married man. So natural, right? You will receive sages nicely. That too, he came to your home. So Ambarish Maharaj fell at his feet. So, please come. How fortunate we are that you came here. Come and take prasad. Durasmuni said, I am also fasting. So I'll take bath and come back. Great. He went to the river Yamuna, and there he lost in his meditation. He forgot. But here, Dwadasi, on the Paran timing is ending. Usually it is 2-3 hours, not more than that. But Durasmuni is not coming. How can you eat without feeding the guest? That too, this is not, this is like Satyuga story. It's very important that the guest is a sage. But its time is ending at any time. The Dwadasi will end, that Paran timing will end. If he doesn't break, he will not get the phala. Actually, Ambarish Maharaj fasted for 1 year for the welfare of the citizens of the world, not for himself. So he has to break the fast to please Vishnu, to please, to get the fruit of the phala to all the citizens of the world. But the problem is guest is not coming. What you will do? Sometimes you will get into problems. If you don't break, it's a problem. If you break, it's a problem. So what happened? When you do not know what to do, which one is right, both are problem. If you break it, it's a problem. If you don't break also, it's a problem. Then he consulted Purohits, Brahmins. They said, you are fasting from water anyway. Just take a few drops of water. Then it is equal to breaking the fast. Because you have not eaten, your guest will wait. I mean, it's not an offense to the guest. Because you have not eaten, you're still waiting. You wait for the guest to come. That way, you will break the fast, you will get the result. And that way, another way, you will not offend your guest. He knew you have not eaten, so that's fine. Good idea. So what he did, he took 3 drops of Charanamrita, Tulasi water, like He took little tulsi water and he broke the fast. And he was waiting for Durvas Muni to come and eat. And then the guest, right? You have to feed your guest first. Durvas Muni came. Because he was a mystic, he understood. Amrish Maharaj already broke the fast. He became angry. He was shivering. You know, Durvas Muni is known for his anger, right? He was shivering and and what he did, immediately he plucked his hair and hit on the ground and he created a fiery demon and told the Rakshas, kill Maharaj Amrish. Hare Krishna. That is his word. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. There is a danger at every step. That is material world. Can you imagine? You invite a guest and that guest is actually trying to kill you. Hare Krishna. Everyone ran away. The fiery demon is coming to kill Amrish Maharaj. But Amrish, what is his faith on Krishna? My Lord, if it is your desire that I should die today, I have no problem, my Lord. I'll die. But if you think I have not done anything wrong and you want to protect, you will protect me, my Lord. And Amrish Maharaj folded his hands and welcomed the fiery demon who is coming to kill him. Wow. What is devotee? Soft. You know, even if you offend a devotee, devotee is not offended. You know, Lord Shiva tells Parvati actually, the devotees of Krishna, they don't care where they are ready to stay anywhere. It's a earth or hell or heaven. Even they are willing to stay in hell also. Narayana parastar vinakutoschan vibhuti swarga apavargeshu abhitulyar darshanam. Oh, Parvati, you don't know about the devotees of Krishna. Swarga apavarga. Heavenly planet or, earthly planet, hell. For them equally. They want a place where they can worship Krishna, that's it. They don't care where it is. Srila Prabhupada came, at the age of 70, he left Vrindavan, came to New York, hellish city in America, just to spread Krishna consciousness. To please Krishna. Hare Krishna. So anyway, what happened? The fiery demon was coming to kill Amrish Maharaj. And Vishnu saw that. Vishnu became upset. So immediately released Sudarshan Chakra. And Sudarshan Chakra cut off the head of a fiery demon. Now started chasing Durvas Muni to cut off his head. Hare Krishna. Now the tables changed. Now Durvas Muni is on the run. Chakra is chasing. So Vishnu thought, how can you do this, Durvas Muni? You would say your mistake, you did not come on time, and my devotee just did take little few drops of water, and he did not even eat. For that, you want to kill him? Vishnu was offended. Krishna was really offended. And Durvas Muni went to Brahma. My father, please help me. Brahma said, I can't do it, sorry. Then Durvas Muni went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, no, I can't help you. But I'll tell you. If the chakra is, this is Sudarshan Chakra, so Vishnu can help you. Go to Vaikuntha. And Sudarshan Chakra, with Durvas Muni ran to the Vaikuntha with his mystic power. And he went and fell at the feet of Vishnu. My Lord, please forgive me. And protect me. The heat is unbearable. Then the famous verse, if you understand this, you will become a Bhakti Yoga from today, seriously. So Vishnu is telling, Vishnu means Supreme Lord. But he's telling, I don't have any aham bhakta paradina aswatantra ivadvija sadhu birgastra hrudayo bhaktair bhakta janapriya. Oh Brahmana, I am not independent. The definition of the Supreme Lord is removed here. I am very dependent on my devotees. Aswatantra, no swatantram. I am controlled by my devotees. My devotees control me. I am dependent on my devotees. They kept me in their heart and they arrested me in their hearts. That's why I love my devotees. Then famous another verse, sadhanam hridayam mahyam sadhanam hridayantoham madanyate na janati nahantebhyo managapi. Who is present in my heart? My devotees. Who is present in their hearts? Me. I cannot live without them. They cannot live without me. They control me. Yes, chakra is mine, but I don't have control on chakra. Then Durvasmani said, who has the control of chakra, my lord? Only one person. Who? Ambarish. You go to him. Go to the place where problems started. Ambarish only can help you. Nobody can help you. Can you believe Krishna is telling, I cannot help you, or Hare Krishna? That's the power of a devotee. I have a question for everyone. So, don't you think Sudarshan Chakra can run faster than Durvasmani and cut off his head? Why Sudarshan Chakra did not cut off his head? Only one reason. Ambarish Maharaj is fasting here. Oh, my guest came and he was unnecessarily upset and and he left. How can I eat without, how can I eat first without Durvasmani eating? So Ambarish Maharaj was still fasting because he couldn't get the opportunity to feed his guest. Wow, what a devotee. Huh? That's why third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Kapila Muni explains, Tidikshava Garnika Suhrada Sarvadehnam Ajata Shatrava Santa Sadhava Sadhu Bhushana. Devotees, tolerant. People go to temples, but they don't develop good qualities. Real, spirituality means develop good qualities. Tolerance, mercy, become friend of all the living entities. Ajata Satru, no enemies. Santa, be peaceful like ocean. Sadhava, he understands the scriptures. Sadhu Bhushana. These are the jewelries one should have. Not the gold and silver, that will create greed actually. Wow, Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasmani went and fell at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj. Please forgive me. I don't know that you're so great. Being a married man, doing a job. Please, I offended you. Durvasmani fell at his feet. Ambarish Maharaj said, please forgive me because you're not coming, and that's why I had to break the fast to get the benefit of all, for the benefit of all my citizens. Ambarish Durvasmani said, no, what you forgive me, this chakra, the heat is unbearable. Please tell him. Then, forgive me. Then Ambarish Maharaj turned to Sudarshan Chakra and said, oh, if at all I have done any bhakti to Krishna, please forgive him. Don't do any harm. Sudarshan Chakra left. Hare Krishna. Ambarish Maharaj ki jai. Wow, what a personality. Ambarish Maharaj. What a devotee. Being an emperor, he did not care for the position because he knew it is temporary. You're a doctor, you're an engineer, you're a professor. It's all temporary. What is permanent? Bhakti is permanent. Service is permanent. We should have faith on not our positions and possessions. We should have faith on Krishna's grace. Hare Krishna. today we'll end it here. I have actually another program immediately. So Lord Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually, what is that? He's Krishna himself. He wanted to understand the bhakti of his devotees. Wow, my devotees, it's amazing. I want to experience that love of the devotee. Who is the topmost devotee of Krishna? Radharani. So Krishna has to come in the form of his devotee, in the garb of his devotee, to experience that devotee's love for Lord. Like you're a professor, all the students will be listening. You want to know what is the respect students have for professor. Professor has to join the college and become a student, then only he'll understand what students what type of respect students have for professor. Right? Likewise, Bhagavan has become a Bhakta to understand the Bhakta's love for Bhagavan. That's Lord Chaitanya. And who is the topmost devotee? Radharani. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Tvam Krishna he pralaya koti satantarepi. Tens. It is not ordinary bhakti. What type of bhakti? Varaja bhakti. What type of bhakti? Raganaga bhakti. Vipralamba bhava, separation. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? That has joy. That has infinite joy. And that bhakti is very satisfying. The rest of the things are all tiny, temporary, ephemeral, temporal pleasures. They will bind you to so much suffering actually. What is the nature of the pleasure in this world? This much, but it will bind you to so much suffering. In every material pleasure, suffering is embedded. But bhakti, Hare Krishna. Supreme Lord will become, you can arrest Krishna in your heart. Bilavangala star story is there. If you all agree, we'll see next week. But I have to end now. Thank you very much. So Lord Chaitanya, he gave this bhakti. Krishna himself came to experience that love of God. So he gave it to animals. That Krishna prema freely. Anybody would see Lord Chaitanya, they would get Krishna prema freely. So if you chant Hare Krishna mantra, you'll become a nice devotee. You'll become a great devotee. Vraj Bhakti, you'll get it. That Radharani Bhakti for Krishna, Vraj Vrindavan Bhakti, you'll get it. It's very satisfying. It is a perfection of life. That is the goal of human life. Nothing else. So today I explained to you these 5 mellows. And now with the Bhakti and Amrish Maharaj's story. And to next week we'll continue. I have finished. These are the fundamentals. I have finished. Now we can start Bhagavad Gita from next week actually. I have to go, so there are no question answer session. There are no question answers today because I have another program. But very grateful for your patient audience. If I have spoken anything wrong, do forgive me as your humble servant. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much.
I request
Hare
everyone,
Krishna Prabhuji.
please chant the holy name, Hare Krishna mantra sincerely. You will get that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Prabhuji,
Ah,
that Ambaresha Pakyano I heard childhood. Now I remember all that. Very kind of you to make it here, Ambaresha Pakyano. Especially as a child, I used to hear this Puranas. Now, namaskar. I'm very happy, Prabhuji.
who is this? Who is this? I love Amrish Upakhyan actually. I mean, I just finished in 20 minutes, but it's amazing.
As a childhood, I used to hear.
Hare Krishna.
Puranas they used to tell in our place every day. I used to attend regularly as a school student. Along with
He is
my mother.
82 years, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
87, Amma.
87, sorry.
another 2 months, next month I'll be 87 and 25.
Amazing, amazing. Ambarish, just by hearing his name, our heart will be purified. That is Maharaj Ambarish.
I was so happy. You can see my face also.
Alright. So everybody chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You know. So Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai, Lord Chaitanya ki jai, Radharani ki jai, Lord, Varnitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada propagated bhakti all over the world actually. You know. Please take it up and give it to others. I am ending now. Thank you. Hare Krishna.